Irving Penn was an American photographer known for his fashion photography, portraits, and still lifes. Penn's career included work at Vogue magazine, and independent advertising work for clients including Issey Miyake and Clinique. His work has been exhibited internationally and continues to inform the art of photography. Biography: Penn was born to a Russian Jewish family on June 16, 1917 in Plainfield, New Jersey, to Harry Penn and Sonia Greenberg. Penn's younger brother, Arthur Penn, was born in 1922 and would go on to become a film director and producer. Penn attended the Philadelphia Museum's School of Industrial Art from 1934 to 1938, where he studied drawing, painting, graphics, and industrial arts under Alexey Brodovich. While still a student, Penn worked under Brodovich at Harper's Bazaar, which published several of Penn's drawings. Penn worked for 2 years as a freelance designer and making his first amateur photographs before taking Brodovich's position as the art director at Saks Fifth Avenue in 1940. Penn remained at Saks Fifth Avenue for a year before leaving to spend a year painting and taking photographs in Mexico and across the U.S. When Penn returned to New York, Alexander Liberman offered him a position as an associate in the Vogue magazine art department. Penn worked on layout for the magazine before Liberman asked him to try photography. Penn's first photographic cover for Vogue magazine appeared in October 1943. Penn continued to work at the magazine throughout his career, photographing covers, portraits, still lifes, fashion, and photographic essays. In the 1950s, Penn founded his own studio in New York and began making advertising photographs. Over the years, Penn's list of clients grew to include General Foods, De Beers, Issey Miyake, and Clinique. Penn met Swedish fashion model Lisa von Sydow at a photo shoot in 1947. In 1950, the two married at Chelsea Register Office, and 2 years later Lisa gave birth to their son, Tom Penn, who would go on to become a metal designer. Lisa von Sydow died in 1992. Penn died aged 92 on October 7, 2009 at his home in Manhattan. Photography: best known for his fashion photography, Penn's repertoire also includes portraits of creative greats, ethnographic photographs from around the world, modernist still lifes of food, bones, bottles, metal, and found objects, and photographic travel essays. Penn was among the first photographers to pose subjects against a simple gray or white backdrop, and he effectively used this simplicity. Expanding his austere studio surroundings, Penn constructed a set of upright angled backdrops, to form a stark, acute corner. Subjects photographed with this technique included Martha Graham, Marcel Duchamp, Pablo Picasso, George O'Keeffe, W. H. Auden, and Igor Stravinsky. Penn's still-life compositions are sparse and highly organized, assemblages of food or objects that articulate the abstract interplay of line and volume. Penn's photographs are composed with a great attention to detail, which continues into his craft of developing and making prints of his photographs. Penn experimented with many printing techniques, including prints made on aluminum sheets coated with a platinum emulsion, rendering the image with a warmth that intoned silver prints lacked. His black and white prints are notable for their deep contrast, giving them a clean, crisp look. While steeped in the modernist tradition, Penn also ventured beyond creative boundaries. The exhibition Earthly Bodies consisted of series of posed nudes whose physical shapes range from thin to plump. While the photographs were taken in 1949 and 1950, they were not exhibited until 1980. Exhibitions 1975, Irving Penn, Recent Works, Photographs of Cigarettes, Museum of Modern Art, New York, 1975, I Platini di Irving Penn, 25 anni di fotografia, Galleria Civica d'Arte Moderna, Turin, 1975, Irving Penn, Platinum Plates, Photographers Gallery, London, 1977, Irving Penn, Street Material. Photographs in Platinum Metals, The Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, 1977, Irving Penn, Photographs in Platinum Metals Euro Images 1947 Euro 1975, Marlborough Gallery, New York, 1980, exhibition at the Center for Visual Arts, Oakland, California, 1981, Earthly Bodies, 76 photographs of the female nude, negatives and silver prints made in 1949 1950, Marlborough Gallery, New York, 1982, Irving Penn, recent still life, negatives 1979 1980, prints in platinum metals 1980 1982, Marlborough Gallery, New York, 1984, Irving Penn, a retrospective, The Museum of Modern Art, New York, 1986, Irving Penn, Prints des Arts de Monte Carlo, 1989, Irving Penn, Cranium Architecture, Pace McGill Gallery, New York, 1990, Irving Penn, Master Images, National Museum of American Art and the National Portrait Gallery, Smithsonian Institution, Washington, D.C., 1990, Irving Penn, Other Ways of Being, 100 photographs 1948 1971, Pace McGill Gallery, New York, 1990, Irving Penn, Platinum Test Material, Center for Creative Photography, University of Arizona, 1994, Irving Penn, Collection Privé Copyright et Privatsammlung, Musée Copyright d'Art d'Histoire, Freiburg, Switzerland, 1995, Irving Penn Photographs, a donation in memory of Lisa von Sittrives Penn, Moderna Museet, Stockholm, 1996, Irving Penn, Fringes, Pace Wildenstein McGill, Los Angeles, 1997, L'Urbane, Dancers Workshop of San Francisco, Maison Europa Copyright de la Photographie, Paris, 1997, Irving Penn, A Career in Photography, The Art Institute of Chicago, 1999, New and Unseen, Pace Wildenstein, New York, 1999, Process, Pace McGill Gallery, New York, 2001, Irving Penn, Objects for the Printed Page, Museum Folkwang, Essen, 2002, Dancer 1999 Nudes by Irving Penn, Whitney Museum of American Art, New York, 2002, Earthly Bodies, Irving Penn's Nudes, 1949 1950, The Metropolitan Museum of Art, New York, 2002, Irving Penn, Still Life in Color, 1947 2001, Pace McGill Gallery, New York, 2004, Dahomey, The Museum of Fine Arts, Houston, 2005, Irving Penn, Platinum Prints, The National Gallery of Art, Washington, D.C., 2008, Close Encounters, Morgan Library and Museum, New York, 2009, The Small Trades, J. Paul Getty Museum, Los Angeles, a collection of 252 full-length portraits by Penn from 1950 to 1951, 2010, exhibition at the National Portrait Gallery, an exhibit of over 120 portraits of people from the worlds of literature, music and the visual and performing arts, 2012, Irving Penn, Diverse Worlds, Museum of Modern Art, Malmö Paragraph, Sweden, 2013, Irving Penn, On Assignment, Pace Gallery, New York City, New York, 2015. -16, Irving Penn, Beyond Beauty, Career Retrospective of 146 photographs at the Smithsonian American Art Museum. Major collections. The Art Institute of Chicago holds the Irving Penn paper and photographic archives, which were donated to the Ryerson and Burnham Libraries and the Department of Photography in 1995. In addition, the Art Institute of Chicago has more than 200 of Penn's fine art prints in its collection, and has mounted several exhibitions of work by the artist including the retrospective Irving Penn, A Career in Photography which traveled internationally, as well as Irving Penn, Underfoot. The Smithsonian American Art Museum possesses a large collection of Penn's works, including a silver gelatin print of Penn's The Tarot Reader, a photograph from 1949 of Jean Patchett and surrealist painter Bridget Tickiner. In 2013, the museum received 100 images as a gift from the Irving Penn Foundation, significantly increasing the number of Penn's works in the collection to 161 images. The Irving Penn Foundation's gift forms the basis of the exhibition, Irving Penn, Beyond Beauty, which is on view at SAAM before traveling to other museum venues around the United States. Quotations: Photographing a Cake can be art. Irving Penn. A good photograph is one that communicates a fact, touches the heart, and leaves the viewer a changed person for having seen it. It is in one word, effective. Irving Penn. Sensitive people faced with the prospect of a camera portrait put on a face they think is one they would like to show the world. Very often what lies behind the facade is rare and more wonderful than the subject knows or dares to believe. Irving Penn, 1975. Bibliography. Books by Penn / Moments preserved. 1960, Worlds in a Small Room 1974. ISBN 978-0-670-79025-8, Inventive Paris Clothes, 1909 Euro 1939. 1977. ISBN 0-670-40067-X, Flowers 1980. ISBN 0-517-540746 Passage 1991. ISBN 0-679-40491-0, Drawings. 1999. ISBN 0-9665480-0-0, The Astronomer's Plan a Voyage to Earth. 1999. ISBN 0-9665480-1-9, Irving Penn regards the work of Issey Miyake. 1999. ISBN 0-224-05966-1, Still Life 2001. ISBN 0-8212-2702-5, A Notebook at Random. 2004. ISBN 0-8212-6192-4, Photographs of Dahomey 2004. ISBN 3-7757-1449-9. Books about Penn Irving Penn, A Career in Photography. Colin Westerbeck 1997. ISBN 0-8212-2459-X, Earthly Bodies, Irving Penn's Nudes, 1949-50. By Irving Penn, Maria Morris Hamburg, Metropolitan Museum of Art, 2002. ISBN 0-8212-2787-4, Irving Penn, Platinum Prints. Sarah Greenuff, David Summers 2005. ISBN 0-300-10906-7, Irving Penn, Small Trades. 2009. ISBN 978-89236-996-6, Irving Penn Portraits. 2010. ISBN 978-1-85514-417-0, Irving Penn, Beyond Beauty. Mary A. Forrester. Yale University Press, 2015. ISBN 978-0-300214-901. References. External links, Irving Penn Foundation, Voguepedia. Irving Penn Archives at the Art Institute of Chicago, Irving Penn, Beyond Beauty, online image gallery from 2015-16 SAAM exhibition, Irving Penn, Small Trades at the J. Paul Getty Museum, Irving Penn, Platinum Prints at the National Gallery of Art, Irving Penn at the Museum of Modern Art.